Have you ever thought to yourself, where can I get the latest information on pet training, gardening, PvP, as well as fishing? Well, all your questions can be answered right now through the use of these Wizard101 and Pirate101 fan sites. So the first website or fan site we're going to start off with is Wizard101 Central. And this is probably the most favorite of mine out of all the Wizard101 and Pirate101 fan sites because it has a load of information and it's been here for 10 years. So it's been set in stone for 10 years. It hasn't moved. There isn't really much of a problem or dilemma going on. And it's basically focused more on the player base and the community. And that's why it's so successful as a website. Because it's connected to the Wizard101 game community itself. And it's split into two parts. One is the forums and the other is the wiki. Now, you can update the wiki with your own information and drop lists, but in order to actually get full confirmation, you need to contact a wiki master to get it wiki master verified. They need the proof in order to actually confirm that it's actually the original drop or an item that actually came from that specific location. Otherwise, it's not wiki master confirmed or verified, and that means that it only has a specific number of reported drops, and you can't really trust that unless it has a large count of people reporting that specific item. But anyway, we're going to talk about the forums now. The forums are pretty unique in that it's split into other sub-forums. And these are special. They have a welcome category, they have a pet hatching category, they have an off-topic category, they have guides even. I mean, it has a load of information if you just click the forum category. And while we're on the subject of the forum category, there's also contests that which you can enter. And those contests can vary from month to month, but I think this year they have a special 10th anniversary contest. Actually, not 10th anniversary contest, they have a load of 10th anniversary contests this year. So you can enter that if you want to. You do have to sign up with your email and unique username and password, but that's pretty straightforward. They don't ask you for your credit card. Lord knows they don't. I'm not religious, but I'm just throwing that out there. They don't ask you for your credit card or your, anything at all that's personal, alright? Just give them your email and they'll send you some confirmation in order to sign up and verify you as a member of the community. Alright, the next site we're going to move on to is Duelist101. Now, Duelist101, it has a very special place in my heart because, for one thing, it's very PvP oriented, but it also branched out to other categories in the field as well. So it's not just about PvP anymore. It could be about energy guides, gear guides, drop guides, basically the whole 9 yards. You're just getting this information for free. You just have to look. You just have to know where to look, I mean. However, Duelist101 has a pretty difficult dilemma right now. There's not much support going on for Duelist101, and I really do want people to, support Duelist101 as a site because over time, many writers have lost their focus or lost their motivation to post on here because, for one thing, other people have less time to focus on Wizard101 and the game itself, and the other being that there's not many community members writing, commenting, and, posting support or feedback. And this is what we're gonna lose here, guys. Look, if we compare this to the Wizard101 wiki, versus the Duelist101 guides, it's very clear who's the winner here. I'll give you an example of the House of Scales gear guide. Now this is for level 60 wizards and beyond, so be warned that that it's gonna look very beautiful, guys. Look at this. Oh my gosh, look at this. It's like a truckload of information that smacks you right in the face. Look at this. If I wanted to look at the robe, boom, there you go, guys. Look, there's the robe, But for Wizard101, if I wanted to look at the robe, I don't know what the robe is. I gotta search up the boss, and then I gotta look up this gear, and then even then you don't get a visual look of how it looks in the game. I mean, you don't get the visual stats of what it looks like in the game. But here in Duelist 101, you get the full picture. I mean, you get the stats, the raw stats. But I do understand if you want a physical or aesthetical look to it, you can go visit Wizard101 Central and look that up. But this gives you the rare, bare bone stats. So, you know, we're all about stat oriented right now in the meta. So this is where we're going. But as you can see, it's very simple. It's very linear. You could just look it up. I mean, you don't really have to press much of anything, but with Wizard101 Central, the only problem I find with is that there's no label next to it saying that it's particularly this school. And that's the only problem I have with it, because, you know, how do I know this is Ravenous Teeth Garb? I don't know. That could be Storm. But for one thing, what I do know is that that's actually Myth, because I have the rope. But anyway, if we take another example of the House of Scales, that could be anything. That could be Storm, for that matter. I don't know. But anyway, Duelist 101 does need your support, but that's what I'm going to basically end it on right here. Duelist 101 is very gear guide oriented. It's no longer PvP oriented, but it will help you. So use it as long as it is up. Otherwise, it won't be up anymore. Alright, now we have Legends of the Spiral. Now, Legends of the Spiral is a pretty good website, or pretty good Wizard 101 and or Pirate 101 website or fan site. They do have another Pirate 101 fan site called Stormgates of the Spiral, I believe that's what it's called, but I don't think that's active anymore, but I'm not really entirely too sure. But here we have lots of community involvement and guild guides, not guild guides, but lots of guilds and clans that you can join. And they even have a shop of their own. I mean, here they have a type of currency called tokens. And every day if you play a mini game, you're supposed to get a few bits of tokens. But they also have contests to help boost your token currency status. So, you know, there's that. But this shop offers you a lot of items that you can get. I won't really go into it a whole lot, but let's just say if you have a lot of tokens, you can buy a lot of in-game Wizard 101 items through promo codes. But other than that, there's a lot of information here for you to gather from. They keep up with the latest information to basically fill you in. So there's a lot of stuff that they get from the Wizard101 Twitter handle and Facebook handle. So, you know, do what you will with that. You know, if you're a type of person that has if you're visual oriented and you're not audio oriented, now this is for you, because all this information is right here at your fingertips. I mean, look at this. So much information, so much statistical data here. Look at that. Now the next site, and I'm going to go over briefly on this site, is called Stars of the Spiral, because it's like Duelist 101. However, it's more oriented toward everything at once. So it's not just PvP, but it's also other things as well. But, you know, it's also a news site. It's a gear guide site. It's everything. It's just a jack of all trades. The next site I want to cover is Page's Page. Or actually, I think this is what it's called back then. I'm not really entirely too sure what it's called right now. Oh wait, never mind. It's called Page's Page. Sorry guys, it's Page's Page, and that kind of threw me off because it's called pagemoonshade.com. But anyway, it's still called Page's Page, and what this is a site that's more oriented toward the decorator of hearts. So if you're an interior designer of Wizard 101, or an exterior designer for that part, then this is the site for you, because it's more focused on decorating and designing your home, and it's really geared toward that. There's not much else here other than contests, and from what I remember back then, there was one promo code wand called the Amaranthine Staff, and that was the main site's promo code wand. And I don't think they do that anymore, so the only way to get this wand is from the Elephant Graveyard or Baobab Crown. So that's all I have for this website or fan site. That's really all it is. It's geared towards the interior designer or exterior designer. Now the last site that I'm going to be talking about is Swordrow. Now Swordrow it's a pretty, well, I want to say it's a jack of all trades, but Stars of the Spiral kind of got that covered. But this offers you quite a bit of nostalgia. It does go a way back, because Swordrow is actually, he's been here for quite a bit. It's the same as me. I just haven't really gotten started in the whole Wizard101 YouTube thing, or the whole Wizard101 blog thing. But anyway, he voices his own opinion on certain types or certain matters, or, you know, certain theories. But he also gives you some of the, you know, Wizard101 guides and gear guides that nobody else has covered. Like, for example, you can see here on the popular post, you can look up the best level 120 Def gear, the best level 120 Storm gear. There's all that for you. It lists for it right here. Lists for you right here. Alright, guys. It's pretty simple. It's straightforward. It's pretty linear, like Duelist 101. Alrighty, guys. I hope these Wizard101 and Pirate101 fan sites did help you, and if it did, please click the like button, or if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. But until then, I hope you take care, and peace.